This is Up for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friend Kim.
Hello.
And my other friend, Tracy.
Hi.
People had been calling, wanting to know if there was any rhyme or reason to how I introduce. Sometimes I say Kim first, and sometimes I say Tracy first.
Yeah.
I
feel like you say Kim first more, which I try not to be offended by, but...
Well, I usually do it by like who has irritated me less gets to go first. And then
that would definitely be
that's
me.
A weird thing to say out loud, but okay.
You know what? I think you have to look to your right, and I think that's a natural.
It's a natural look.
Yeah.
And plus, I have to look at you and say your name because I can't just say them.
Yeah.
Because perhaps I'll forget who's sitting next to me.
Yes, you do look to your.
I do. Well, I just want to make sure you guys know
good,
that.
Though. You make eye contact.
I just want you guys to know that I'm actively listening.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not. I was talking, but anyway. Okay, so. It has been called to my attention this episode of Up for Grabs. We haven't recorded in a while. It's already the middle of July, and we last recorded at the beginning of June. And I haven't really seen or talked to either of you during that time. I know people think that we sit around and talk all the time.
Do we not? No,
I don't think we do.
Okay.
I don't even know you anymore. So
I don't even care what's going on.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've had a really good sit and really talk and catch up.
Well, let's catch up a little bit now.
We're overdue for that.
I think we need to do that now. And you share as much as you want. I won't out you on anything you don't want to share with the group. But I just want a summer update. I haven't seen either of you. Kim has been traveling the whole country, really.
Not really. Just small little trips here and there.
Here and there.
She's been gallivanting.
I know. It's been nutty. It really has.
Because that's why we haven't recorded anything, because
I'm never around.
Hit some highlights for us. What have you been doing?
Yes, tell us.
So when did I go to Vegas?
It must have been like right after we recorded in June.
It was because it was early June. It was a very impulsive thing that I did. So we went to Vegas. I brought my daughters. I got really good flights and a really good hotel, and we went to see Bruno Mars. So it was more for me, but I coined it as, hey, the girls, my daughter graduated from high school, my other daughter.
Make it about your kids.
Yeah, and it was fun. So it was a 2-day trip. So I don't count anything being a vacation unless it's a week, but my husband begs to differ.
I'm with Joe on this one. I am with Joe. I think you're ridiculous. And the fact that you think you're going to get away with such nonsense.
If you leave on a plane and go somewhere for fun.
That's really not a vacation.
If you stay in a hotel,
that
vacation.
We overnighted it in Chicago to go see an art.
Wait a minute, go back.
What?
Was Bruno Mars as adorable as I think he is?
Bruno Mars was, I'm a concert goer.
Yes.
And I follow my daughters around mostly. I am a huge Harry Styles fan. And
yes.
I'm not ashamed to say it. He's probably my favorite singer at the moment.
How many times have you seen him?
2.
The fact that she had to think?
2. My girls have seen him like 4 times, but I've just seen him twice. And Bruno Mars has always been on my bucket list. And he's a tiny little man, and he packs the energy. And it was 2.5 hours of just... it was really, really
joy.
Good. It was. Yes. I left there with a headache from smiling so much and singing and just being like, it was very, his residency, you can't bring phones in.
Okay.
So my girls always prep before a concert. Here's the set list. They watch the opening on YouTube, they know everything that's going to happen. And with him, it was a surprise.
I like
And
that.
it was very basic and very simple. He was not with Silk Sonic, which was his last album. He was just with his original gang.
Right.
And he just sang all his, it was amazing.
I love the idea of a surprise. Because everything was a surprise when we were growing up because nobody knew anything.
It was refreshing.
But you're right. Like when Lil and I will want to go to a show or whatever. Like when we went to Taylor Swift. I forget if I even told you guys about it.
No, you really didn't.
I don't feel like we have.
Okay, so we went to Taylor Swift like that same week in Chicago when you guys were in Vegas, and it was nice because she was able to make me a playlist of all the songs that were going to be sung.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I did my homework. Like I really did. I put in a good 3 months of like trying to get up to speed with what was going to happen. And I was able to be online. I'm sure everyone, if you're on anything, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you've seen different snippets from everyone else that's gone to the concert. So I kind of had an idea, you know, of what was going to happen.
Right.
It was still fantastic, but I like the idea. I'm like, she would have really lost her mind if everything
The unknown. I
was
know.
like the first time seeing it. So there is a part of me that thinks, it's kind of too bad that they know everything.
Yeah. I'm a planner, so I struggle with surprise.
I loved at Bruno that my girls didn't have their phones.
Yeah.
I loved it. They were present the entire time.
Did they have to talk to you?
Yeah. They had to give me like looks and roll their eyes. They're very, very, they shame me when I don't know the lyrics, but I'm singing it anyways, and I'll sing the wrong lyric, and they're like, Mom. Seriously, Mom? Like,
Okay, but that is embarrassing for the record.
No, it's not.
It's embarrassing.
I'm in my own zone and I do my thing.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm not really good at remembering like lyrics the way that they are. I went to Michigan to visit with my northern Michigan just
Another
this past
trip.
week. Yeah. I would count that as a vacation, but just my daughter and I, my youngest, and she puts her earbuds in. So I've got nothing to do but listen to my like set, you know, my songs. And all of a sudden I'll catch from the corner of my eye, she's videotaping me. And then she's sending it to Maddie going, Mom thinks that she knows the words to this song. I mean, it really, really bothers them. I don't know why.
Wait a minute. Go back. You are saying that you were driving to your brother's lake place.
Yes.
And your daughter was, Mary, was in the car.
With her earbuds in.
But had earbuds in?
Yeah, listening to her own music. And I'll give you an example. I was listening to Dua Lipa's Levitating, one of my favorite songs. And I don't really know Little Baby. I think Little Baby is the song. I don't know all the words. And I'm in my zone.
It's a
and
great
I get real.
song.
And I'm not saying the right words probably. And Mary's videotaping me the
But
whole
my
time.
question is, why isn't Mary listening to Dua Lipa with you?
Because she listens to trash music and I won't let her put her playlist.
She doesn't get
on
the aux?
radio.
She doesn't get the aux?
At the very end of the trip, maybe.
Yeah.
But she listens to garbage.
My question is, can I get on the text list from Mary and Maddie? Can they send me those videos?
Oh, I mean, I could ask Mary. It's ridiculous. Nothing like a good side profile.
Oh, it's unforgiving.
me in my own world, but
A side profile in the car, you can see my like, 3-inch hair coming out of my neck or something. Is
awful. It is awful.
Well, that's terrible.
yeah.
Okay, so you've been to see Bruno,
Yeah.
and that wasn't really a vacation, Tracy.
No, not really.
no, not to Vegas.
Okay, so then
We went to Chicago for just a Friday night. I made Joe go with me. The girls wanted to see a kind of obscure artist. His name's Rule. That's what he goes by. I don't know, but he's Australian. He's very Shawn Mendes-y.
Okay.
Maddie's kind of been a fan of his maybe the past 2 or 3 years. He's only released EPs. For those of you that have,
Oh my gosh,
they're only
yes.
like 5 or 6 songs, but he did release like his first real album in the last year, and he's very popular in Australia. He's 21. He's cute. He's like and he did his first like North America tour.
where was this?
House of Blues.
House of Blues.
So we we took the girls, and then Joe and I just killed
Hung out.
time while they were at their show, and yeah.
Isn't she something?
That's pretty adorable.
Well, we other than Taylor Swift, the only other concerts like Rob is not concert guy. Like
Neither's Joe.
He doesn't like.
Nope.
I don't know why he goes to concerts, but he doesn't like. Since we've been married, we've maybe gone to a handful of concerts together, and I've been to a lot of concerts.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I never take him with me because he doesn't like them. Well, this year's the summer of Rob. Rob's on tour. Rob's doing his concert tour. We went and we saw Crowded House in Nashville, which I know them.
They've got a couple good
Do
songs.
they? I've heard.
I mean,
and
they're
I couldn't tell
popular.
you the name of them,
Right.
but I would know them.
Their musicianship, is that a word?
I don't
They
think
were
so.
good.
I mean, they're probably good musicians. That's
They
what
are.
I mean
They
by,
know
yeah.
what they're doing. So, but he wanted to go. I'm like, all right. Well, if he wants to go, I'm game. I'll go to anything.
Right.
And then we went to the Vogue, Tracy's old stomping grounds, to see English Beat, which is another band from the early.
Are they like a cover band?
No, English Beat is a British band that was like an alternative band from the 80s.
Semi-related. Situation Grey is supposed to be there. I think that's Friday, if you remember them.
That's a definite
from the
college
90s
band, isn't it?
College band that they used to work the circuit.
Is Hopscotch Army opening for them?
I don't know.
Good Lord,
I
never
hope
heard
someone from our listenership knows those names.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, those. Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up down in Broad Ripple during that time.
Yes.
But we're going to one other concert. We're going to see the Pixies. That's another show he wanted to see. That's a kind of a similar English Beat
Is
thing.
it an 80s band?
They were popular in the 80s.
I feel like I've heard of the Pixies, but I didn't listen to alternative music.
So they're coming up the end of August
Where?
at White River.
Okay, that's a good
Oh,
venue.
that is good.
That's
so
a
I'm
really
excited
good
about
venue.
that. And the one of the openers is a band that I like. It's Modest Mouse.
I've heard of them, but I don't know their music. So.
I'm excited about that. But
Never heard of 'em.
the last thing I'll leave you with is the last concert of what I'll consider the summer. We're on September 10th. We're going to see Pearl Jam. But I'm not going because I wanted to see Pearl Jam. I'm going because the opener is a band that I've discovered within the past year that I really, really love. And they're opening for Pearl Jam. And I was like,
Who?
Inhaler. Have I told you about Inhaler?
No, I think you're making it up.
No, listen to me. I don't remember why I know this, but for the
Was
past,
it like on a Spotify?
I don't know.
Thing that you...
I honestly don't know how I ran across it, but it's a band out of Dublin, and Bono's son is in it.
Oh.
I don't think he's a
I
lead
feel like
singer.
you're just making crap
I am.
up
I'm just
now.
throwing out names. I don't think Bono's kid is the lead singer, but I think is
Part of the
on
band. vocals
and he does guitar. But the name is Inhaler. I have listened to 2 of their albums. The current one,
What's the vibe?
alternative-y.
I mean, if they're opening for Pearl Jam, they probably
Yeah.
are more alternative. Yeah.
The current album that I'm listening to that no skips. You're gonna need to do this. is Cuts and Bruises. It's called Cuts and Bruises by
I'm gonna
Inhaler.
have to give it a listen.
I saw
I
that
probably
they're
won't.
open. No, I know you won't because it's
Okay.
not Anne
I
Murray.
will because I'm nosy. So
I know what you're gonna do. So that's my one thing for the listeners out there. If you want to,
where are you seeing Pearl Jam?
they're at Ruoff, and
Okay,
I don't want to go.
I didn't. Never been a Pearl. I just never.
No,
got,
I don't really
never got
care.
the appeal. I know they're legends. I mean, like that they.
I mean, I
are,
liked
or they are
them.
grunge rock, but I
Yeah.
didn't know they were coming here. I thought you maybe were seeing them elsewhere.
No, they're coming. Right down the
I
street.
did
Interesting.
see that Farm Aid. I didn't even know that was still a thing.
I saw that today.
Did you? I did too.
That John Cougar was gonna
John
revamp
Cougar.
it.
John Cougar, Joan Mellencamp.
Love you.
Oh, I am
so
1980.
much.
Jack and Diane are
I
going to
am
be
1980. I cannot believe I just said John Cougar.
John Cougar, Johnny Cougar,
Well, I'm saying that's my age. That's
and
how I know him.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I
There was
saw
another big name, from back in the
Yeah.
day on it, like throwbacks.
Yeah.
The thing that I thought was interesting is when they came out with the lineup, the thing that kind of was led in the story was that it was a big deal that John Mellencamp was playing at Ruoff. Like he hadn't played at that music center, which
Right.
is like the
That
main
is
music
interesting
center
that he hasn't.
in a really
Yeah.
long time. Like, I don't know if he has beef
I
with
don't
them
think
or
he's going to play much more. I mean, he's
He's been on tour.
he has, but he's getting older. He likes his art. He likes to paint, and I think he's a little bit over the performing. But I really I love almost all his songs. So
Yeah.
too.
yeah,
He's good. He's good.
yeah.
And if you grew up in Indiana, you have just a different appreciation
if
for
you
him
don't-
too.
yeah, I
because
agree.
he's so loyal
Correct.
to his home. I mean, he's loyal to his roots.
I agree.
I'm not. I think I love that he doesn't give one iota about what
Right.
people. I do like that about him.
Right.
But he just seems like a very difficult,
Crabby old man.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
But you
I
know
think
what?
he is. I think he might
He
be,
can
and
be
I'm
who he
kind
wants
of
to be,
okay with that.
and I think I'm okay with it too. He
I
can be who
appreciate
he wants
it.
to be. So
Because probably a lot of them are, and they don't give that forward facing.
yeah.
And he lets you know right up front. So I'm not mad at that.
Me neither.
well, fun. We're gonna see Ed Sheeran at the end of July in Chicago.
Fun.
And I'm looking very forward to that. Ed Sheeran gets a bad rap. He's like, he's so talented and he writes all this music and in the circle of like the 20 somethings, he's kind of a dork.
Really?
But I love him for just who he's talented. So I went the first time we saw him. You had
Yeah.
extra tickets and we saw him at Banker's Life.
Yes, we
or
did.
Gainbridge or whatever.
Wherever
And
it was.
Yeah. It was really good. So
It was. Well, good. Tracy, you have
Nice.
any concerts you want to tell us about?
No.
Good.
do you like concerts?
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't know if I know you like music. I know, but I just didn't know if like you like,
I will say yes and no on that.
I mean, so, I don't
based
like
on the fact that I've always loved songs, I could rarely tell you who sang them.
I have a hard time with that now
So
too.
I know most of the words to most songs in most genres, I think. I mean, like I just know a lot of music, but if you asked me who sang something, I'd be hard pressed. So that being said, I didn't go to a lot of concerts growing up because I didn't know who sang stuff.
Well, I didn't go to a lot until I was older.
It wasn't a thing.
I just think it was harder to go to. I mean, my parents weren't going to take me.
Right.
It was harder to go to concerts.
Right.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say about concerts, my mom, her birthday's coming up here, and she told me she saw something on Facebook that she wanted to do for her birthday. Would I take her? And I'm like, absolutely. What is it, Mom? And it was a concert at Mallow Run, the winery down in Bargersville. They have
That's a very good
live
venue.
music. It's a fun.
Just bring your off. Lots of mosquitoes.
You just sit outside, drink wine, sit there and listen.
Yeah.
But it was a Queen tribute band.
Okay.
Called Absolute Queen.
Yes.
That would be probably very enjoyable.
Well, she loves Freddie Mercury. Has watched that movie Bohemian Rhapsody, and she never called it Bohemian Rhapsody, and now I kicking myself, I can't remember what she called it because it was hilarious. Something like Hungarian Rhapsody. I don't know. It was funny. But so I'm like, well, this will be fun. So we'll do this for her. Well, we go, and the only thing I'll say that the Absolute Queen, the music was good, like when they were singing, but the lead singer who was supposed to be Freddie Mercury, oh my God, he wouldn't stop telling stories and dropping names. And from far away, I couldn't see, but I think he's old. Because he was like, I was at Wembley Stadium, and he was name dropping all.
Nobody cares, dude. Just sing.
Yeah, and he's like, how many of you watched the movie? I'm like, is this going to be about? He asked us 14 times if we watched the movie, and then his set list was kind of based off the movie. But the one thing I want to say, I have never been fat shamed by a lead singer before. He dropped it twice. So everyone's sitting there. It's 7:00 at night.
What are you talking? What?
Did he say get your fat asses up and start dancing?
Did it have something to do with fat bottom girls?
What are you saying?
I wish it had something to do with fat bottom girls. So the crowd is mostly like 60-year-old people, okay? And maybe some kids. And it's 7:00 and it is bright outside, right? There hadn't been enough wine served. We're all sitting there. We're like, just entertain us here, pal. And he gets to like the second song and he's like, okay, everybody, now I need everyone to stand up. And everyone just kind of looked at him like, no. And I'm like, you do something and I'll stand up.
I will pee my pants before I get up and go to the bathroom. That's how much I'm not standing up.
So I'm like, ugh. And he wouldn't give it up. And he looked at like this group of people that
How
weren't.
obnoxious.
No. He looked at a group of people that weren't standing. We were thankfully blocked because we were back far enough because we didn't stand. The guy was like, hey, you over there, I see you're not standing. You could use the exercise.
Nope.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. Not
and
happening.
I looked at my mom. I'm like, oh my God, is he fat shaming this crowd? I go, Freddie Mercury would not do that.
Never.
That is not in the
Too
spirit.
much of a queen to do that.
So anyway, I just wanted to give a tip to anyone.
Is ridiculous. did he think he was Slash like comedian? Was
Yeah.
this like a variety show of his?
He thought so, but he did it. I let it go. I'm like, ooh, that's not good. Maybe.
You just don't ask that genre of people to stand up.
He also said something about Cincinnati, and I think he thought he was in Cincinnati.
Thank you, Cincinnati.
I'm like, Mom, I don't think this man knows where he is.
At, yeah.
Okay, so that's all I have. So Absolute Queen, good music, bad chit chat between songs. Tracy, what you got going on? Since I haven't seen you since June 1st.
Oh, nothing.
Really?
I know that you're waiting for me to tell the listening audience.
You can tell
that
whatever
I
you
got
want.
a job back in February. I work in a medical office. I don't love it. I was going out that day to get a coffee, and I had applied for jobs, and I went through a drive-thru to get some coffee, and I saw a sign that said job fair, and I went in and got a stupid job.
And you're like, shoot, I just want a coffee.
And it has wrecked my life since then.
Yes.
Oh.
So it is not my life's work or my dream job, but it pays a couple bills, and that's what I've been spending my time doing.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry to hear. I'm still looking elsewhere.
Well, if anyone out there...
I'm not saying anything that my manager doesn't know, so I feel okay saying that out loud.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure your manager doesn't listen, so I think I'm feeling pretty safe in that. What about, tell me, did we talk about the Indie Pride Fest that recently happened? I don't even remember.
I almost said, did I go?
Yeah, you went.
Yeah, I went. I did go.
But that's the last time we got together and talked.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. That's the last time we got together.
Yes, Indy's doing a really good job for the LGBTQ plus
especially
community.
being such a red state.
They really are. I was shocked at just a lot of, I won't say kids. Of course, that's what I see most, but just happy kids in their element. It looked twice as big as the year before. And I think, good music. I only stayed for about an hour so as to not cramp the style of people that were there to have a good time. But yeah, very nice.
Okay. Is there anything else on that our listening audience needs to know about?
No, I've done nothing fun.
Okay. I think we'll spend the rest of the podcast here. Kim has been our faithful...
I need to interrupt.
Oh my gosh.
Before we get to whatever faithful thing I have a slight update on the Delphi Murders.
I'm sorry, what was it called? A slight update?
A slight update. It's not like a major... I mean, it is a major update, but it's very little information, if that makes sense.
Okay, what happened?
So Richard Allen, the guy that's at trial right now...
I thought you were going to say the guy that's in trouble.
There have been... I want to say like 100 documents recently released. What do you call them? When
I think
when all of a sudden like people have access to it. I don't
know if they're affidavits. I don't know if they're, I forget what the legal term is, but they have been where the public can read them.
So, and his lawyer, of course, is saying, don't trust what you're hearing because of his mental state. Like, blah, blah, confession, blah, blah, whatever. He has made admissions of guilt to multiple people.
Yes.
Now, again, like I said...
Recorded confessions to his wife.
Although his wife is quoted by a... what am I trying to say?
Person.
A reporter. A reporter in the courtroom, the wife said, he's my person.
What does that mean?
I guess just like she's still stand by your man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
It's gross if you said it about your boyfriend sitting in a restaurant. But if you're saying it about an accused murderer of a couple of young girls, that's just weird to me. And I know it's not her fault, blah, blah, blah. If you know something, say it. Otherwise, you're guilty too. That's my opinion.
So wait a minute. So have people read these documents?
So yeah, people are reading the documents. I have not read them. I'm just saying that they're out there, and that's the big breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
story.
confessed to police. I think it was recorded conversation with his wife, but his attorney states that he's in such a bad mental state that none of it can be trusted. He's making a big deal about the fact that he's not being treated right in prison.
He's lost a bunch of weight.
So what?
Don't care.
Let him rot away. And let the mental illness just take him. I mean, he killed those two girls. And
did he think he was going to be treated well in prison?
Yes.
What an idiot.
I know.
So,
yeah, I did see it.
It's very interesting.
I just saw maybe his headshot when he first went into prison.
He did look
and
terrible.
Then what he looked like now.
Yeah.
And
but you know what?
Yeah.
That'd do it to you.
That'll do it.
And another update on somebody gross. I just saw in the paper yesterday that Dr. Larry Nasser, the gymnastics guy.
What's his status? He was stabbed, correct, in prison?
He was stabbed twice, maybe. He's going to be okay. I don't know if anyone cares, but the fact that he hadn't been stabbed
prior.
Yeah.
No
Amazing.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that's our prison update.
That's our prison. Anybody got any other prisoner updates?
I don't. No, that was going to talk about the local one about that deputy, but that's nobody's going to.
Yeah.
I don't know any. Yeah. I saw it on the paper.
Yeah. So,
Kim, what do we need to know pop culture wise?
I have a few things. I don't think that anything I watch TMZ pretty regularly, and it's just pretty much a rerun of the same stories. Nothing earth shattering.
I wrote down a few stories, so I'm anxious to see if we both zeroed in on the same story.
So I did see that Jamie Foxx has been spotted.
What?
and this is really weird. And there's a conspiracy because I read the comments that the spottings are not him and that it's just somebody that looks like him
on a boat, right?
So he was spotted on a yacht, and it's a very grainy picture, but then he was also spotted, I forget where, maybe like a Top Golf type thing. It's none of our business what's going on with him, but being in the public eye and being a celebrity that's really out there and in the public eye, I'm very interested in what's exactly happened and why is he being so quiet about it? Release a statement. I'm good. I had a heart attack. I had a stroke. I had something. I'm recovering and I'm fine. I don't know what the secrecy is.
Well,
and that's what leads to, I talked with a lady in Vegas that's from Atlanta, and he's from Atlanta. And she's African American, and she was like, word on the street is that like he was like somebody tried to kill him, like and she's like, I'm telling you, reliable sources, for whatever reason, this isn't being talked about publicly, but that he was drugged or that there was like a hit on him.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what makes me wonder.
That is kind of
what's
that is
going
out there
on?
as the conspiracy theory. That is what people think, and that.
He won't talk about it.
He won't talk because either they will finish the job or someone he loves might come upon some bad times.
Did it have a tie to human trafficking?
I don't know.
Possibly in the Hollywood community.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, because
having to do with stars and people older than them and yes.
Even
grooming.
TMZ that knows everything. And maybe they can't talk about it either. Who knows? But they're just as stumped as anybody else. So that's very interesting. The fact that he's been seen, and I think it's him. People just want to have, conspiracies about it. It certainly looked like him, and he was waving. I mean, unless it's a Jamie Foxx lookalike out there that who knows? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people that believe in such conspiracies think Kanye isn't really Kanye, right? Didn't he disappear for a while and came back and people are like...
people impersonating me and...
Oh my God.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
It is interesting.
And maybe now that he's been seen, maybe, I don't know, but this lady was convinced that it was something bad.
Sinister.
It was something sinister. Yes. That it certainly, if he had a stroke or if he had, they would talk about it. They would say, he's recovering, he's great and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, there was just a lot of no one has seen him and no one knows where he is. That's really, and that makes it 10 times more suspect.
So another story that I think got blown completely out of proportion, and I see both sides of it, is this whole Britney Spears debacle. So Britney Spears is in Vegas with her boyfriend and another guy. Britney Spears she's a troubled young lady.
Isn't she married?
She is. So she was with her husband.
Me. Okay.
Yeah. So she's at some, club or hotel, VIP, and she runs into Victor. Help me with it.
Wembanyama.
I kept saying it at home. Am I saying it? So he's, the
Let's just call him Victor.
Victor, number 1 draft pick, NBA, 7'5", whatever. He's with his people. He's with his entourage. She comes up supposedly and taps him on the shoulder and wants to say hi to, and she gets backhanded by a security guard and flops to the floor. So I was intrigued by this story, and I watched some of the video that TMZ had, and I listened to a couple eyewitnesses. Well, first of all, when she approached Victor's table, witnesses say she came up to him and was talking in a British accent, which she does a lot on Instagram because I'm not making light. I think she has some mental issues. Okay. And I think that she was kind of following him, like following his entourage.
Right.
Now, no excuse for being backhanded, no excuse. But from the video and from what it looked like, his security is going to be on full alert. She's all of like 5'3".
Yeah.
So she comes up and taps him. The security guard notices that somebody is infiltrating that circle of, protective, and turns around and she gets... I do not believe that the security guard took his hand and saw Britney Spears and backhanded her. I think it was an accidental, maybe overly aggressive, get the heck off of him.
Right.
So
the fact that she wasn't recognized.
Yes.
I find that way hard to believe.
I've got a couple thoughts on this. One, kind of hilarious. Not that she got slapped, and some people are really upset. And the minute I heard slapped, I said,
No.
I said, and it took a couple days for the video. I said, well, for one, there was no front-handed slap. That
There
didn't
was
happen
not.
before I see the video.
was
I can
pushing
tell
her
you.
out of the way.
He swung his arm and pushed her out of the way. I will say that he is a horrible bodyguard, because a bodyguard should, if he thinks someone is in the area to hurt the person he is protecting, that person should immediately be taken to the ground, not slapped where they can come back and hit or hurt
Yes.
someone.
Yes.
So I don't know his intent. He's a bad bodyguard. This basketball player is
guess
worth
he
a
was
lot of
the-
money, so he needs to get a better bodyguard.
I guess he wasn't his own personal bodyguard. This was not Victor's
Right, just
bodyguard.
kind of
it
maybe
was
the
it was
club.
the security guy for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, he's not very good.
No.
I found it amazing that she knew who he was. And
Someone told her. She didn't know. She doesn't
and someone
know who.
said, go up and tap his shoulder, and whatever. It was, and then the poor kid, Victor, he's
like, what's
His name just became a household name last week.
Sadly, I've been watching the NBA Summer League because I have a daughter obsessed with the NBA, and he can't even, that reporters, are you going to apologize to Britney? I'm like, are you kidding me?
He didn't do
even know.
anything. It wasn't him.
Like, he is so young. He may not even know who Britney Spears even flipping is.
Yeah, he's pretty young.
I just think that it was, and then, the Nevada police basically said, we're not filing any report. We're not, and, she's not heard. She's not taken care of. So I did see today that she announced that she's coming out with her memoir.
Oh boy.
And the funny thing is, it's like I was flipping through Facebook and people said, we have an exclusive picture of the book cover. It's a picture of her from when she first was popular. It's not, it's all, unless it's, whatever. It just cracks me up. Anyways, it comes out in October, which
Okay.
It'll be
I hope she makes a
best-selling.
lot of money off of it. Because she probably needs it.
Yeah.
And I hope she names names and tells all the people that did crap to her.
Yeah.
Me too.
So then I'm going to let Tracy talk about the new Twitter, because I'm not. So who's getting sick of seeing the Barbie? The Barbie promos?
Barbie was on my list of things to talk
Me
about
too.
so far. Sick of it, maybe. Promos. Will I see it? Maybe. I haven't been to a movie in a hot second.
I'll see it.
I'm not big on action adventure movies. They give me anxiety. Like a car chase that takes 4
I don't
minutes.
think it's action adventure.
No,
though.
no,
It's
it's not.
I think
That's
it's
why I'm
probably
s-
a women's lib movie.
Exactly. No, why I'm saying why I might go is
Oh, yeah.
because it's
Because it's
not.
not.
I
And
haven't
it's
been
Ryan
to
Gosling.
a movie in a long time because, one, they're too expensive now. That's stupid. And two, I just haven't thought of one I want to see where I'm like, this could be semi-entertaining.
It'll be over the top fun. The costumes will be fun. All the scenery. I mean,
Yes.
they made a Barbie village.
Yes.
That'll be fun. You cannot go wrong with Ryan Gosling.
Correct.
And it's just, I think, going to be so ridiculous that it'd be worth seeing.
Thank you. That I agree.
It'll be a fun movie.
Yeah,
And
I
there-
would-
Yeah, the movie theater that used to be Movies 8 by Us on Tuesday nights or Tuesdays is $6. Keep that in mind.
Ooh.
Okay.
So yeah,
And that
it's good
still
to-
seems high.
First runs or
No,
last time I
it
checked,
may
they
have to
only
be
had
out for a couple weeks.
They only had Punjabi movies there as of
I know,
like a month ago, but okay.
Maddie and I went to go see. Oh my God, I'm having a brain freeze. Anyways, The Little Mermaid, and it had been out maybe for a couple weeks, but $6 is better than 15.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'm not knocking Punjabi. I probably see it for $6 just to see what it was like. But anyway,
The only thing that this house is definitely going to see Barbie.
Yeah.
But the reason I want to go see it is because when I saw that Michael Cera is in it
I
as
know
Alan,
it.
the fun friend.
I
I don't even
know
remember
it.
Alan.
Me neither.
But the outfit he was wearing in the preview, I was like, okay, that's worth my money
did
just
you guys
going
have
in.
a Barbie dream house?
No, but my
My
neighbors
grandparents
did.
bought me one.
I did.
Yeah.
I had the.
It was the cardboard one, the really hard, sturdy cardboard that had the elevator that you pulled.
the elevator. I
Yes.
had the elevator.
I-
like 3 stories. I don't even
My
know.
mom
Core
did.
memories. That is a Christmas I will never forget.
Yes.
Getting that. Yeah.
My mom made me because she wouldn't buy the Barbie dream house. The girl next door had one. Couldn't get enough of the elevator. Oh my god!
the
But my
best.
mom got a box that like a big box and cut out a window and a door and used some old
Your mom's crafty though. So.
indoor outdoor carpeting for the carpeting and
Nice.
some leftover wallpaper for the side. She made me my own Barbie house.
That's nice.
That's nice.
And I said, you know what, Mom, that is so nice, but where's the elevator?
Have you seen the clip of Ryan Gosling singing "I'm Just Ken" or whatever the name
No.
of the song is? Look it up. I saw it yesterday. And it's just him being like, I'm just Kim, but it's him singing. I mean, he's been in La La Land or whatever. So he's good. Oh God, that made me like really
I'll see it.
I am so seeing this.
Okay. I have more to say. Can I say it?
Please.
Absolutely.
Okay. My next point of interest is Sugar Bear. And
Who's
Rachel,
Sugar Bear?
I know you don't know who Sugar Bear is. Kim, do you know?
Yes, he's Honey Boo Boo's dad.
Honey Boo Boo's dad. Honey Boo Boo, I think
What was the mom's name?
Oh my God.
Mama Cass?
No, Mama. Was it Mama
June.
Mama June.
Mama June.
It was Mama something. Mama June. And she and Sugar Bear have been divorced for years. They both remarried and moved on.
They found other people.
Didn't Sugar Bear come out? Isn't Sugar Bear? I thought.
No.
Oh, that's the uncle. What was the uncle's name?
The uncle?
The uncle came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And it's a funny name once I think of it. No. So I love them. Sugar Bear has a problem with drugs.
Yes.
And
So does June, though.
Supposedly. I don't know. And he was going to go to the same rehab as Odell. Odell. What is the guy?
Oh, you're thinking of Lamar Odom's rehab?
Lamar Odom. Yeah, I said Odell. Lamar Odom.
Yes.
Not in rehab. Sorry.
Are you thinking of Odell Beckham?
Rumors.
You are. That is so awful.
I tell your friends. No. So he's supposed to go to that same one, but last I heard, he was AWOL. They couldn't find him. So Sugar Bear is on the lam. If anyone sees him, he's supposed to be at rehab.
I bet he looks like every single person. I bet he looks exactly the way I think he looks.
Oh, yeah. No teeth. I think they did get paid to get him some veneers, but
I think so too. Well, Mama June got veneers. She got
gastric bypass.
And then
And she's
skin
a hot
removal
mess,
surgery.
too.
She's been on drugs. The daughters have done pretty well for themselves.
one of them
I
has
think.
cancer.
I know.
I can't think of the
What?
nickname. It's like a
Pumpkin.
pumpkin. Yep.
She does, and
she
that's
does.
sad.
She has some kind of cancer. I mean, it's
How old are the?
They
how
helped
old are the?
raise the girl early 20s.
Honey Boo Boo's a teenager.
She's
late
a teenager.
teens.
Yeah.
Still?
I think she graduated high school.
Yeah,
this
she
year.
did.
So there's that. Okay, next one. I feel like we're going on a lot of sex issues. Not sex as in the act, but as
Right.
in male, female. Jonah Hill
Oh, I have some
and his
words about that.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
So very polarizing topic.
Yeah.
People on social media definitely have opinions on this. I'll tell Rachel the story because I'm sure she's never heard of it.
Actually, I have heard of it.
Well, all my apologies.
And keep going, because I have
Yeah, give
I
the
have a take
background a
too.
little
So
bit.
the background is his girlfriend from a year ago recently released some screenshots between the two of them. I'll stop there and see where you guys take it. Wait, no, he is in a relationship and
just
having a
recently
baby or
had a
just
baby.
had a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was a quick rebound.
Yes.
So
Go
the
on.
ex-girlfriend's a surfer. Okay. And they dated a while. I mean, she was little couple red carpet. I don't really follow Jonah Hill. I read the text. So basically she was shaming him for being,
she or he?
she was shaming Jonah and all these texts as him being very controlling, sexist, what is some good words? Controlling of how she
Presented herself.
All this stuff, basically calling him just that he's a fake and he's a phony and he's, he claims to be so women's lib and all this stuff, and he is the complete opposite. This is not going to paint me in a good light because I'm a woman and I should really, really be defending her. TMZ posted all the screenshots.
Right, I saw them.
It seemed like he was very, very concerned about his image and very concerned about anybody that he may date that would hurt his image, which, yeah, you can kind of take that as an a-hole move. He's a celebrity. He has to care about that kind of stuff. She's a jealous ex. That probably...
What?
I will say I haven't read it yet, but supposedly today she released why, or she announced why
yeah, I
she
haven't
released.
read that either.
I haven't seen
the
it.
text to me were him saying, if we're going to be in a relationship and this is going to work, you need to carry yourself in a certain way. I wouldn't date a guy like that, but it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't believe he was like verbally being abusive to her.
No, but I
Is
take
there emotional abuse?
I don't. This is how I took it.
I'm asking.
And I
Not
was
telling.
not in a relationship with him, and he could have
You
been very
weren't?
emotionally abusive. Thank God. To me, just from the surface of reading it, I was like, well, he's making it really clear what he wants in a woman, and he's making it very clear how, and if she doesn't like it, then why is she with him?
Okay, but is that how he met her, or is that how he wants her to be after having been with her?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Were they already in a relationship when these texts were sent?
Yes, I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, did she post bathing suit pictures prior
Yes.
to? She was a surfer.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like,
I know. I don't. I
knew you were
thought
gonna.
it
I
was
knew you were
a-
gonna take that side of it.
I
Candy.
thought it was a
I love
lot.
you.
I thought it was a lot about nothing. I would defend her in that. Wow, he's a jerk. Like, I'm surprised you stayed with him for a year, and who knows how the relationship ended, because I'm telling you, he went from her to marry. I don't think he's married. Like, he's had a baby.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been. I haven't read. I really want to know why she released that stuff.
But okay, and I get that, but does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm asking. I'm not telling.
I'm quoting Bethany
asking.
Frankel because she made a comment about it, and she basically said he is a big DICK. But come on, do you really have to? I mean, what was so wrong in what he told you? But nobody's really getting the inside story of what their relationship was like, and
Okay, here's my thing. If I was dating a guy
Yes.
for any amount of time, like someone that, I mean, they were seen publicly together,
Yes.
so it must have gone on for a couple months at least.
Yeah.
If that information was texted to me instead of having a face-to-face conversation,
He'd be gone.
I would have said, "What's your problem? You're super weird. I'm out." because all his things were probably things that other insecure men would also be thinking and probably want to say. But they would highlight that as, "Hey, that's kind of a me issue, not a her issue."
Absolutely.
So I'll just keep my mouth
he
shut.
made reference of therapy. She made reference of therapy. She seemed very submissive to him.
Well,
And that kind of made me sad. That's where I'm
Yeah.
defending her. I feel sorry for her. That nobody wants to get, but I just wouldn't want to air my dirty laundry.
no, but I'm just saying she dodged a bullet is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
She
good for
did.
her. So in the same, just going down the same road.
Okay.
Keke Palmer.
What happened?
What?
I love
She had a-
Keke
Didn't she have a
Palmer.
baby?
She did.
What?
You didn't hear about the drama this week?
No.
So baby daddy. I think it's boyfriend. I don't know his name.
Is it Nick Cannon?
It's not-
It could
He has had 37 children with 24 women. No. So I think it was on Twitter, kind of called her out for how she was dressed at an awards show or her behavior, and pretty much said that you're a mom, you shouldn't go out there looking like that, whatever. I mean, I should have looked at the exact wording, but basically tried to shame her is what it appeared to a lot of people. Rachel doesn't know what the
slut shame. I think we can say
You can
that.
say. I was going to say, what is it? A new
What other
S
S
word?
is it going to be?
I don't know. That's
All
why.
right. Anyway,
Slut shame.
for how she's looking and acting, and everyone's like, everyone said, that she looked good. Like people are like,
And this is the
and
father
people
of
were
her
like,
child.
take this tweet down. He didn't do it. He was like, nope, mean what I say what I mean.
Yeah, she
like,
might want to reevaluate why she's in a relationship with somebody like that.
So that was just another incident of someone saying, what they're expecting. So
Yeah, I don't, like you said, you made a very good point, Rachel. I mean, I don't want to sound like that. I'm not going to defend a woman and this Jonah Hill's ex, I just think, I don't know. I just wouldn't have aired that just because you're going to get so much scrutiny because of it. But he said what a lot of insecure men think. And maybe they could have had that conversation in person.
Wouldn't that be fun?
it would have been totally different
It
20
would've.
years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been accepted or expected.
And her putting that out there, I mean, she knows what kind of response she's going to get.
Yeah.
You get canceled by doing, she had a motive for putting that out there.
Well,
Was the motive to say he's a misogynist jerk?
Yeah, I'm sure it was, but I need to revisit why she
And
said
I mean,
she.
I don't know. I don't know her motive. Maybe he's behind the scenes torpedoing her career. Like, I
Exactly.
don't know.
We don't
There's
know.
always
Yeah.
other things that we don't know about.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, I just know that he has a reputation in Hollywood as being one of the most difficult people to work with.
And you can just tell by people's body language.
Did you see his
He's-
latest movie? Can we talk about that?
What was it? I
What
forgot.
was it?
I don't know what it was called. Eddie Murphy. It was out. And
Beverly Hills Cop 4.
No, it was out like last year maybe, and his role in it was like a lover boy.
Ew.
Oh.
And
I just am not a
I was
fan.
like, what am I watching? And did he lose weight? Yes.
Believe me, we all heard about it.
Have we lost weight?
He talked about
Yeah.
it for a good year.
Yes. And the movie was entertaining, except for I struggled to find him attractive in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, maybe the
Well,
girl.
I'm not. I mean, there are good-looking
So-
people and there aren't good-looking people.
Yes.
He's not not easy on the eyes.
But even ungood-looking people can
I know.
can appear good-looking by their behavior or their personality.
You know who's a
And I-
great example of that? Who I think is a great example of that is Tom Holland.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't see Tom Holland on the street and say, "Oh,
No.
stop the presses. There's the cutest
But
person
there
I've
is
ever
something
seen."
absolutely adorable about him.
Yes.
His personality is adorable.
So that's the difference.
I think that with who was the guy in Top Gun with the mustache?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller is if he was not famous, he is not a very good looking man. But boy, his sex appeal, he can do something to make himself look sexy.
Okay.
So yeah, Tom Holland's a good example.
Okay. So we don't like Jonah Hill. Is basically what we're
I
saying.
do not like him.
We're not Team Jonah.
Yeah. So I got that. That's all I got.
Kim, you got any other updates that we need to know
I was
about?
going to ask Tracy about what do you think about this whole Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg's like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like what people that don't know, I mean, you'd have to be under a rock, but Mark Zuckerberg.
I am
am
on
right?
Thread.
Threads.
I am
Thread
on
or
Threads.
Threads.
Now. If you'd
it's
like to look
Facebook's
for me,
Twitter.
it's Facebook's
Or
Twitter.
Meta's Twitter, whatever his company's name is.
Meta.
Yeah.
And you can, or through Instagram. It's kind of like the Instagram path to Twitter.
Okay.
I think is how it's.
I'm not
labeled.
on Twitter, so I don't
Yeah.
really. I mean, I know how it works, obviously, but
And it's little news blurbs that you just can see. So Elon in the past, like a month, has limited the number of tweets you can see if you are not a paying
if you're not
verified
a paid
member.
He sucks.
And it's just funny.
he
It's
just is
so
a
bizarre.
control monger. I mean,
Some people are eating it up. I don't know.
I know. I don't understand it.
I don't know if this is true or even if I have the right people. Did I hear that Elon and Zuckerberg?
He challenged him to a boxing match.
Okay. And then I heard it was going to be a fight in the Coliseum in Rome.
And I heard Mark Zuckerberg said, "Bring it on." I'm like, what?
Well, Mark
And
Zuckerberg's
then-
like a Taekwondo guy.
He probably could kick his butt.
Again, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here, but there was a tweet that I saw yesterday.
I saw it.
It said, "Please tell me this isn't real."
No, it's real.
It was a tweet that said they should measure their privates and compare them.
Have a sword fight.
I thought, one,
Gross on both of their ends.
gross.
No one wants to see that.
You know, you better be able to back it up if you're going to challenge someone to that. So now I want it to happen because I kind of want to know. Just not that I care, other than if you're going to throw that challenge out in the general public, you better be
Yeah.
to back it up. And I will say,
such a weird
I will
thing.
say that Zuck said okay.
He probably.
All
Yeah.
I can say is that escalated quickly. I mean, it went.
When I saw the boxing thing and that Mark said, like I'm speaking like I know him, said, I was
Mark.
like,
Mark.
what? But Elon Musk is just so bizarre. Measure it. Sex in the City, they said, what was their John Thomas? He called his thing the John. Oh my God. Who's the real goody on Sex in the City? Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
When Charlotte was dating somebody, he was having issues down there.
He called it his what?
His John Thomas. I don't know. I refer to name. That's the name I use a
Well, I
lot.
think that you need to put that
What I
on Twitter.
talk about it
Well, you know, we're not talking about that kind of stuff.
Oh, the old JT. Okay,
that'll be interesting. We'll keep everybody updated on
So
that.
they're both so ridiculous. I am on Thread. Are you on Thread or the
No.
Thread?
Joe is. I think
Threads.
Joe's going to join because he's a Twitter. He doesn't tweet
Yeah.
at all, but he loves. That's his.
Well, I
form
used to
of-
like to look, but I haven't looked since I'm protesting.
Well,
you
weren't
know,
there like 30
so
million
now I'm
signups in one day? I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's going to take off.
Yeah.
So just something new and different.
Good Lord. And these people have power. That's what's really concerning me.
No doubt. No doubt.
Tracy, any other things that we need to know about, either about stars or just your life in general? Because you're a star, really.
I am a star, starring me. No, I don't have anything.
One person show. Kim, do you have anything?
I don't. Not off the top of my head, no.
We're happy that you're here in the attic and you're not on the road. Thank you so much for joining us today on Up for Grabs. I hope that you enjoyed your time catching up with us as I've enjoyed catching up with my friends, and we will talk with you soon.